Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Rusty McCranie and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we have a developing severe weather situation in the southern plains later today and the opportunity for high impact severe weather in portions of the country over the next 3 days. The beginning of spring severe weather season is going to start off with a bang. Let's get right into it. At this point in time, we have a developing area of low pressure here in portions of Colorado. You can see on the south side of the warm front, which extends back into the western Texas area, temperatures are well into the 70s. There's moisture-laden air coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. Those are the temperatures, but the other big story are the winds. Near that area of low pressure, you have some wind gusts in Albuquerque, New Mexico right now, nearly 60 miles an hour. There's a huge dust storm ongoing with that. That's also going to push what we call the dry line, or that line of drier air out west to the moisture-laden air out east, all the way through the Texas Panhandle and into the western sides of Oklahoma. And it's along that dry line that the first opportunity for severe storms to develop later in the day. And then as we head deep into the evening and the overnight hours, we could see a widespread severe weather risk. This is from the Storm Prediction Center for today. It's an enhanced risk of severe storms from Oklahoma City all the way down to Dallas. That's the area in orange. It's a 3 out of 5 on the scale. The marginal risk is the darker green that extends out around that. That's the 1 out of 3. And then in the middle, that's your slight risk, the yellow. That's a 2 out of 5. But we're really focused in on Oklahoma City towards Dallas across the I-35 corridor. And all modes of severe weather are possible. When I show you the potential for tornadic activity, you notice that we are under that yellow 10% ring in those areas. So that's a pretty high-end threat for the opportunity for some stronger long-track tornadoes across this area. If you do live in those areas, please make sure that you stay weather aware. Now, this is just day one of what's going to be a 3-day potential severe weather outbreak. Tomorrow, this risk shifts east, including most of central Louisiana, central Arkansas, central and southern Arkansas, northern sides of Louisiana, a good chunk of Mississippi, and all the way back down towards Mobile, Alabama, and even Pensacola, Florida. Those are the areas under the enhanced risk of severe storms for tomorrow. The slight risk in yellow includes Memphis, Tennessee, and Birmingham, Alabama. And then your slight risk in the darker green goes all the way up towards Kansas City, St. Louis, Nashville, and onward towards Atlanta. Then 3 days out from now, we continue to see more severe weather along the East Coast. Maybe not as high end, but the opportunity for Washington, D.C., all the way back down towards Savannah, Georgia, all in association with this same storm system. So let me show you the models here. Let's break this down. We're going to look at the HRRR model first. That's the high resolution rapid refresh. You can see that curlicue. Look, friends, this is going to be an extremely impactful storm for so many areas. It's not just the severe weather, and that's going to be a big story, obviously, here in the Southern Plains and then through Arklatex and the Mississippi River Valley. But there is going to be blizzard conditions in the north end of this for portions of Nebraska and even Kansas as well. So again, we'll start this off in the wee hours of tomorrow morning. You can see that line coming across Oklahoma City and then working its way into Arkansas. Anywhere along this line, again, we could have rotating storms producing tornadic activity, winds over 60 miles an hour, 2-inch plus size hail. The storms will then again move into the western sides of the Tennessee Valley, into Mississippi, and eventually even in towards Alabama as we go deep into tomorrow and then early the next day after that. Now back to a little bit broader view. Look at that curlicue spinning in that area of low pressure. Again, heavy snow for Denver. Blizzard conditions with up to 65-mile-an-hour winds for portions of Kansas and Nebraska. Storms for Missouri into portions of the upper Midwest. The snow will be flying on the back end of that through the western side of the Great Lakes. And it's just a very impactful storm for a good chunk of the central and the eastern side of the United States. When we look at the current advisories that are into play, and again, I do want to state this very clearly, that if you do live in these areas that I've mentioned, please make sure that you stay weather aware. So again, the high wind warnings are going to show you that we're going to have some winds here gusting up to 70 miles an hour in the eastern sides of New Mexico and the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Then for Nebraska, there's your blizzard warning, 2 to 6 inches of snow, but up to 65-mile-per-hour winds. The winds are going to be quite blustery ahead of this as well. These are all wind advisories that are currently into play. And then you do have winter storm watches, which go all the way back into portions of Wisconsin. So again, an extremely impactful storm over the next couple of days as this area of low pressure really wraps up the moisture-laden air from the Gulf of Mexico, the severe weather potential with that, and then all of the snow in portions of the Central Plains and into the upper Midwest. Again, for today, if you live in Oklahoma or northern Texas, please make sure that you stay weather aware. For tomorrow, that risk shifts south and east, close to New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, and Jackson, Mississippi as well. Friends, just make sure that you stay weather aware. As you can see from the clock, I'm out of time. Really appreciate you guys taking a quick second and liking this video. It really helps to support the channel. We're a new channel here on YouTube. And please consider subscribing to Weather Express if you want these daily 5-minute updates across the country. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to hit the highlights. I can promise you that. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.